Stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and welcome. I'd like to call to order the regular board meeting for the Oceana-County Board of Commissioners for May 22nd, 2025. And I ask that the clerk do a roll call, please.
Mr. Beggs?
Here.
Mr. McCormick?
Here.
Mr. Hardy?
Here.
Mr. Erickson?
Here.
Mr. Walker?
Here. I asked first for the approval from the board meeting minutes from May 8th, 2025.
Support.
Do we have a movement? A motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Hardy and support by Mr. Erickson.
Yes.
Any comments or corrections on the board minutes as presented? All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Melanie and I are going to give you the minutes from a closed session that we had on May 8th. And if you take a minute and look at these. The purpose of this closed session was to have a discussion with the county administrator on a review of her performance evaluation. If everybody has had a chance to read it, I take a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
Go ahead. So moved. I'll support.
Moved by Mr. Erickson, support by Mr. Beggs. Any questions at all? All in favor of accepting the minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And I ask that the board members send copies of all of them because it's a closed session there. Thank you. Thank you, Melanie. Conflict of interest disclosure regarding agenda items. Do any board members have a conflict of interest on any of the agenda items? Hearing none, changes to the agenda. Mr. Beggs?
Yeah, I'd like to add motion 2025-67, utility scale solar project building permitting.
And do you want to put that right before claims for payments?
Yeah, I think that'd be fine.
Any other changes to the agenda? Hearing none, can I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented with the changes?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Erickson, support by Mr. McCormick. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Public comments at this time. Are there any public comments on the agenda items? Hearing none, I get the fun stuff. Mr. Phillips, Sergeant Phillips and Undersheriff Schiller. You know, I look at this and I stand and I look at the years of service that we have between the four gentlemen that are here in brown uniforms. We're pushing close to 100 years of service. Where does a county get that much background and knowledge in the department? You know, it says a lot for You're gonna have to wait a second here.
Okay.
If you don't mind. Sergeant Phelps, Mike Phillips. Thank you for your service to the people of Oceana County. Thank you for your dedication to your job. And it's a pleasure to have you working for us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
20 years. And I'm gonna say the same thing I say to everybody else. You're halfway through your training.
I don't know if I'm gonna make full 20.
Thank you. Undersheriff Scheller, the gentleman that Oceana County stole Ludington Police Department. Ryan, thank you for your dedication. It takes a unique person, being management in a law enforcement agency. There's nothing easy about being management in a law enforcement agency. Thank you for what you do, because it's obvious that the Oceana County Sheriff's Department knows how to do it very well. Thank you, Ryan. All set, gentlemen?
Not yet. Smile.
Here.
There you
Oh,
are.
I need to open those up.
There's 50 years right there.
Unfortunately, it is.
Congratulations.
Mr. McCormick, we have, janitorial service, agreement. Number 2025-59.
How, we have a blank there, so are we, when we read that motion,
The name of the company,
yeah, and the amount, so I mean, obviously, we picked the company, we put the amount, but,
help us out.
so we still have to have discussion on the
Marvelous
name
Mates.
of the company, or are we going with a little
We'll
bit?
just fill in the name, which is
Marvelous.
Marvelous Maids.
Okay,
The amount, a yearly amount of $47,616.
motion 2025-59 to enter into a 3-year agreement with Marvelous Maids, the purpose of janitorial services in the amount of $47,616 a year, and allow the chair to sign.
I'll support.
Moved and supported. Yeah, moved by Mr. McCormick, supported by Mr. Beggs. And it goes without saying, the administrator's office will work out the details with the people we've agreed to contract with. Any other discussion on it? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Mr. Erickson, Parks and Recreation, van purchase.
Mr. Walker, I make motion 2025-61 to appropriate $10,000 to purchase a van for parks from the general fund for title transfer, fuel, and maintenance, and allow the administrator to make the adjustments.
Did we state, I'm sorry, I was reading this, Mr. Erickson, did we state how much the 3,000 for the maintenance?
I lumped it as 10, that was.
10 overall, okay. So,
Did the motion state where the funds were coming from?
and,
Tracy
Tracy
mentioned that.
said from the general fund to parks, and then to allow her to make the adjustments as necessary.
101.
that should be part of the motion,
Right.
Mr. McCormick, or Mr. Erickson, the fund to come from the general fund, and transfer into this Parks Department.
Yep, that was.
Any, we have a motion and a support, any other, discussion on it?
I think it's just a good positive move for parks.
So, we're spending money, so a roll call vote, please.
Who supported?
I don't think we had a support.
I didn't hear a
Mr. Beggs,
support.
I thought I heard you support it.
I spoke, but I didn't support it yet.
Okay.
I'll support it.
Okay, thank you for that correction. Moved by Mr. Erickson, support by Mr. Beggs. And I will call for a roll call vote, please.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Mr. Beggs, motion Mason Oceana 911 surcharge.
I'd like to make motion 2025-62 to approve a recommendation of the Mason Oceana 911 Board to continue the assessment of a local telephone surcharge in the amount of $2.09 with no change, to be signed by the county clerk and the board chair.
I'll
Move.
second.
Moved by Mr. Beggs, support by Mr. Hardy. Mr. Hardy, was this approved by the 911
Yes,
board?
it was approved, and this is standard.
Okay. So, any other discussion on it? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes, thank you. Mr. Hardy, Deputy Emergency Management wages.
Yes, Mr. Walker, motion 2025-63 to set the wage of the deputy emergency manager at $20 per hour and allow the administrator to adjust the emergency management budget as needed.
Support.
Moved by Mr. Hardy, support by Mr. Erickson. Any discussion? As I stated earlier, when Chief White was the deputy one under emergency management director under Mr. Osborne and Mr. Durham, there was a fee set at that time at $15 an hour for it. And with inflation, $20 an hour isn't reasonable. But with all of the training and the incident command and everything that these people have to go through, and the amount of time, if there was a serious incident, that the deputy would be out there, I think we should compensate him at least a token amount for his time, his or her time that's spent out there. So, any other discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Mr. Beggs, emergency management vehicle policy.
I'd like to make motion 2025-64 to approve the proposed vehicle policy for a municipal vehicle for the emergency management director for the exclusive use in the performance of his official duties.
Support.
Moved by Mr. Beggs, support by Mr. Erickson. Is that correct?
Yes.
By Mr. Erickson. Any discussion?
I think it's a good idea. Glad that it is.
It's a great idea, and it was a very, very well thought out policy that Mr. Beggs and Mr. Hardy worked on along with the administrator. And I thank you for that. Roll call, please.
Mr. Beggs?
Yes.
Mr. Erickson?
Yes.
Mr. McCormick?
Yes.
Mr. Hardy?
Yes.
Mr. Walker?
Yes. Thank you again, gentlemen. Mr. Erickson, equalization service contract bid to be opened.
Yes, sir.
And we will let the clerk open that. We have a seal, one bid, it's from B&B Assessing LLC, and the seal bid is, response by way of renewal of the agreement with the equalization director. I'm looking to see when his existing contract expires,
It's the end of May, May 30th.
so it is expired.
It will be in a few days.
Pardon me?
It will be.
So we have to do this today. I'd feel a lot more comfortable if the board would there be any objection to the board members that we extend the contract until our next board meeting so the board members have the opportunity to read this contract and go over it? Or would you prefer to take, it's about 5 pages, would you prefer to look at it and handle it now? How would you prefer to do it? Seeing we only have one bid.
Is there anything that transpires from the equalization right now if we postponed it for until the next meeting?
Tracy sounded like it was fine.
Mr. Van der Vries, as of 3 o'clock this afternoon, is on his way to Australia for a meeting of the International Association of Equalization Directors. With his wife is the president of that organization. So I don't.
It would be my preference to allow us a little time to read it.
Well, would you make a copy, 5 copies of that, and we'll take a time to read it, and in the meantime, let's go to the next item on the agenda. If you could just drop it with one of the other people that they make copy for. I'm not comfortable adopting it until at least everybody has a chance to read it.
And we only got one bid, correct?
Yeah, there is only one bid.
Mr. Walker. I asked Tracy that question, whether we had some time or if that's like, it has to be done on time, you know, to keep the county running or whatever, and she said that wasn't, you know, if we waited a month or something, it wouldn't affect anybody, so. I mean, I think if we waited till the next meeting, it didn't sound, at least from Tracy's perspective.
I'm good with that, yeah. As long as
Thank you, Mr. McCormick. If that's what the administrator said, let's just have copies for everybody. And are there any objections from the board members to taking the time to reading it and asking any questions of the administrator? We certainly can't ask the bidder for any questions, you know, until he gets back in the country.
I'll volunteer to go.
Mr. Beggs?
I don't have any opposition. I would like to have time to, I just was looking at the emails from B&B that he sent to Tracy prior to the opening. It just says also, if you please send me an email after the meeting on the 22nd to let me know the outcome. I would appreciate it. If the board decides not to contract with me, I'll need to reassign Anna beginning in June. You know, that's if we turn the contract down, but.
Why don't we do a motion to extend the existing contract until our next meeting and then come back to this one? And then we can send that email to, Mr. Van der Vries. We just extended it from our end until our meeting, which would be in June.
Fifth?
June, is it 12th?
It's the 5th.
Pardon me?
It'll be the 5th of June, right? Oh, it's
The 12th,
okay.
the second meeting. It'll be the second Thursday in June.
Okay.
Pardon me?
12. Oh, I was just counting those weeks off.
So, Mr. Erickson?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
look at the readings.
Go.
The only other thing I think everybody saw, he asked to submit an invoice immediately after.
He asked what?
He wanted to submit an invoice immediately after the meeting, assuming that he was approved.
For the GIS.
Well, we know from the discussion with Mr. Van der Vries that he is not going to cover the GIS anymore. So why don't we extend the contract till June 12th, our June 12th meeting, and agree to that he can submit an invoice for the GIS systems. Don't want to make this confusing, but I think we all need.
I don't think, I mean, we would normally pay an invoice in 30 days anyways, right?
Yeah,
So it's-
we'll approve, he can submit the invoice now, and we'll approve it at the next meeting. Is what we'll do. So, Mr. Erickson, do you have that,
Mr. Walker, I make motion 2025-65 to extend Mr. Vandervree's contract until our next board meeting upon review of his proposal, and to accept an invoice for his GIS billing to be paid upon receipt and approval of the board.
there you go. Do we have a support for that?
I'll support.
Pardon me?
I'll support.
Mr. Begg will support. Is everybody clear on the motion? We're just extending it till June 12th, and then he can submit the invoice, and we'll approve the invoice on June 12th also. But, and unless we find something real that we're not comfortable with in the contract. So, any other discussion? I'd ask for a roll call vote on the motion as Mr. Erickson presented it.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Mr. Beggs,
Yes.
Mr. McCormick,
Yeah,
Mr. Hardy,
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes. Thank you for working with me, board members. Mr. Beggs, do you have a motion, 2025-67 on the solar
Yep.
project?
And I forward this to all the commissioners if you wanna follow along. It's a little bit longer than our motion is normally are, so bear with me. I tried my best to, condense a legal opinion, and still do it justice, so. Motion 2025-67, utility scale solar project building committee. After inquiry by North Star Clean Energy, a CMS energy company, to determine the cost of building and electrical permitting for a utility scale solar project to take place in Hart Township, Oceana County reached out for a legal opinion from Cole, Stoker and Koski, PC. It was determined after, and this is a quote, after review of the applicable statutes under the state construction code and the Michigan building codes, facilities that generate, transmit, and distribute energy are exempt from building permit requirements and thus would also be exempt from permitting fees. If the proposed facility has some tangible relation to the generation, transmission, or distribution of electricity, the project would be exempt from permitting fees, end quote. Specifically, MCL 125.1502A1BB states, quote, structure does not include a structure incident to the use for agricultural purposes of the land on which the structure is located and does not include works of heavy civil construction, including but not limited to a highway, bridge, dam, reservoir, lock, mine, harbor, dockside port facility, and airport landing facility, and facilities for the generation, transmission, or distribution of electricity, end quote. Additionally, the Michigan Public Service Commission and Clean and Renewable Energy and Waste Reduction Act and Zoning Enabling Act allows renewable energy projects to preempt local ordinance and regulation. Therefore, Oceana County has no authority to enforce Michigan building codes on this project in accordance with current state law.
Thank you, Mr. Beggs. You know,
could you repeat that?
Yeah, no problem.
if I was an attorney, I'd say it sounds like you got all the bases covered, but that's one thing that I don't have the pleasure of being, but no, that covers it for
I'll
us.
support that.
Do you want to read it before you support it for us?
I already read it.
And I will forward this to the clerk so she can copy and paste it.
The clerk will
Thank you.
thank you for that.
Yes,
Any other discussion?
nice job.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Beggs,
Yes.
Mr. Hardy,
Yes.
Mr. McCormick,
Yeah,
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes. Thank you, Jack. Mr. Hardy, payment of claims.
Yes, Mr. Walker, I'd ask for board approval of accounts payable and release of funds for Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. Ambulance fund total $1,249.81. FOC fund total $2,358.61. Indigent Defense Fund total $55,592.83. The Department of Veterans Affairs total $9,273.24. Technology and Innovation Fund, $2,109.15. Public Improvement Fund, $47,939.88. Building Department Fund, $20,520.16. General Fund total $521,808.91 for a grand total of $660,852.59.
Thank you, Mr. Hardy. Do you have a support for the payment of claims?
Support.
Any discussion?
I'm not reading it again.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Hardy,
Yes.
Mr. McCormick,
Yeah.
Mr. Beggs,
Yes.
Mr. Erickson,
Yes.
Mr. Walker.
Yes. Fellow commissioners, you're gonna get two documents. You're gonna get the original 2022 document and the 2025 document from B&D. So you'll have, they look like the same, but there are actually two different ones there. Thank you.
Just need to get a copy.
Public comment. Sir, do you have any comments for us? Thank you. Reports from the commissioners and department head.
Yes.
Joel, do you have anything for us?
No.
Paul?
Nothing other than, what we spoke about earlier with solar farms and Weir and, the changes that are coming to our county, and I would urge all of us to go east on Polk Road out about a mile and take a look at the progress that's being made in the Hart Township on Hart Solar.
So, Mr. Begg?
I just have a quick statement I'd like to read. At our April 10th regular board meeting, there was a discussion regarding our RFP for county assessing services. During that discussion, there was conflicting information presented whether our current vendor was included in the notification of the request for proposal. This issue was investigated by multiple commissioners. It was determined that Administrator Byer did include our current vendor in a timely notification of our RFP, and that notification was received by the vendor. So just wanted to make that statement to clear to correct the record on that particular question.
Are there any other commissioners that think this needs to be brought up or anything else done on this? Time for you to speak. I think this is
I think we're good.
I think we're good. It's a done issue. So, okay. Thank you, Mr. Beggs.
And interestingly enough, we only opened one bid. And interestingly enough, from what I understand, is it's kind of proprietary territory in that business. And a lot of guys don't compete with anyone else in that arena if someone's already there.
Well, another time.
Yep.
Mr. Hardy, do you have anything for us?
No, the 911 board meeting, which was to be held yesterday, was canceled. That's about it.
So, anything from the administrator's office?
No.
Does the clerk have anything for us?
I do not.
One more call. Are there any public comments? Then we stand adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, ladies.